Welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Sharpening Guide. In this video, I'll show you exactly how I restore a kitchen knife to serious cutting performance using only leather strops with diamond emulsion from 1 micron all the way down to 0.1 micron. No sharpening stones, no full resharpening, just strops. And the result? Sharper than you'd expect. Stick around and see just how far this simple technique can take your edge. This knife has been in use for about a month and a half, and just yesterday while cooking, I noticed that the edge just doesn't perform the way I want it to. For comparison, I brought another one of my kitchen knives. It's hand-forged, imported from Japan, and made from Aogami super steel. Now let me show you exactly where the issue is with the duller knife. I'll simply drag the knife over a tomato using only its own weight. My standard for a sharp knife is that it should be able to slice through a tomato without applying any pressure. As you can see here, I'm holding the knife loosely, not pushing at all, and nothing happens. The tomato stays intact. Now for comparison, here's my other knife. It's been used for about the same amount of time, but it's made from a completely different type of steel. Again, I'm just placing the blade gently on the tomato, and as you can see, it glides right through, clean and smooth. As I said, this knife isn't freshly sharpened either, but this is how a kitchen knife should cut. So now let's try to bring the dull knife back to a usable edge using only strops. I'm starting with the 1 micron leather strop coated with Stroppy Stuff. There are a few ways to use a strop. You can lay it flat on a table and pull the blade evenly across, or, like I prefer, you can hold the strop in your hand and guide the knife with control. Doing this in front of the camera is a bit tricky, but I try to do my best. In terms of technique, it's really about developing a feel for the right angle. A great tip when you're just starting out is to color the edge with a marker. That way, you can easily see whether you're hitting the correct angle as you strop. Start by placing the knife gently on the strop and slowly increase the angle until the cutting edge makes full contact and there's no visible gap between the edge and the leather. With time, you'll start to just know when you've got the angle right, and you can also see it directly on the edge as you work. I'll continue stropping on the 1 micron until I can no longer feel the burr, that tiny deformation on the edge caused by regular use. Once that burr is gone, I'll switch to a finer grit. It's hard to say exactly how many passes you'll need. It really depends on how dull the knife is. Of course, if the knife is already completely dull, there's no way around it. You'll need to fully resharpen it. But be careful not to overdo it. Too many passes, and you might start to round off the edge instead of refining it. And make sure to keep the angle consistent. Try to lock your wrist and follow the shape of the blade by raising your elbow instead. And remember, always work without pressure. Let the diamond particles do the work. In my opinion, for kitchen knives that see daily use, diamond-coated strops are an excellent way to maintain a sharp edge. You don't have to go through a full sharpening process every time. Just touch up the edge with a strop and keep it in great condition. Before I switch to the next leather, I always clean the blade thoroughly to avoid cross-contamination between the different strops. Now we're moving on to the 0.5 micron strop. I just use standard isopropyl alcohol. And of course, once you've cleaned your knife with alcohol, always wash it with warm water and dish soap to remove any residue before using it on food. And quick reminder, always be careful when cleaning your knife. It's easy to cut yourself if you're not paying attention. I originally started sharpening by hand, but over time, I switched to a guided sharpening system because I wanted to consistently get the perfect sharpness. But I still believe everyone should learn both techniques, especially if you want to keep your kitchen or pocket knives sharp for longer without having to resharpen them as often, thanks to this stropping method. You don't necessarily need to get a big leather strop like mine. The smaller ones that come with guided systems will work just fine. But for kitchen knives, larger strops like these are definitely more comfortable and effective to work with. We've now reached the 0.1 micron strop. At this level, material removal is minimal. We're really just refining and polishing the edge now. Honestly, if all you're looking for is a solid kitchen-level sharpness, the 1 micron strop alone would already be enough. One last thing I always do is a final stropping pass on plain leather. That's leather without any diamond compound on it. The structure of leather helps clean up any remaining burr and locks in that crisp, polished edge. I like to use a combination of smooth leather and hanging strops to get even more bite out of the edge. And if it still doesn't glide through the tomato the way I want, a few finishing passes on the hanging strop usually do the trick. Alright, so I'm placing the knife back on the tomato with no pressure, and as you can see, it now slices through cleanly. Just like that, we've brought this knife back to a beautiful working edge, no full resharpening required. I think the results speak for themselves. And the edge reflects light beautifully, and it's more than sharp enough for kitchen use. As I said, stropping is an incredibly useful technique if you want to quickly restore working sharpness on your kitchen knives. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you won't miss any of the sharpening content coming up. Thanks for watching, enjoy your sharpening and have a great day. I'll see you soon here on the Sharpening Guide, and always remember, keep your knives sharp.